Astral Chain is a new IP from Platinum Games in collaboration with Nintendo. This is another hack and slash game by them, kind of like their other games, like Bayonetta or Nier Automata. This game has been getting a lot of praise and also a lot of review bombs since so many people are not happy that this is exclusive to Nintendo. However, Nintendo did publish it, so of course they were going to keep it to themselves. Should Astral Chain be released from its spines, or should it be kept in a tight leash? Let's find out in this week's episode of Kinda Late Reviews. Our hero is an everyday cop on a place called Ark. Humanity's last chance of survival, he or she is called in to assist on a monster attack. When they are attacked by an invisible monster, a special force called Neuron comes by and hands them a device with a creature called a Legion to help fight the new monsters. As things unfold, they are the final hope for humanity in the battle against Human and Legion. This game is very much an anime-inspired game. It goes full-on hardcore anime awesomeness, and that is only seen done well sometimes. In most games, it is done just okay. This game has the very well approach. The art style for this game is a cel-shaded look. With the use of lots of particles and lights, there are a lot of moving parts to the game, from things in the world to things on the characters. There are also two different types of areas. There is the human world, and there's also the world of the legions. The human world is a futuristic dystopian look, while the legion world is more of a red crystallized area of desolation and floating platforms. Both are very interesting and hiding different things for the player to see and fight. The legions the player can use can be slightly altered in look with different color palettes found and earned through the game. The player is more customizable based on what you find and earn during side events. My favorite piece of customization was a cardboard box you can wear. I was constantly calling my character Box Cop. The sounds in the game have a lot going on. There's a lot of layers to what is going on, from the music which changes based on combat to the ambient sounds of the city. There's a lot of attention to detail here to make the world feel more alive. The player will also say the type of legion when it called out to fight. The sounds the enemies make is anything from scary to kinda funny, the sound of a goat being the funniest thing to me. The voice acting is very well. The main character is silent, but everyone else has a lot to say, and there is some well done use of voice acting in this game. Astral Chain plays very simple for a hack and slash style game. Where it gets more in depth is how you also can control your legion at the same time. The only game similar to this style of gameplay that I know of is The World Ends With You, which I did a review on, and check it out in the link below. So you control your character's combat with a single button. The legion does most of its own attacks, but you can move it around and do combos with it. The chain between you is also a big mechanic and not just an aesthetic. It can be used to bind enemies for a short period of time, allow you to hit them or focus on other enemies while they are unable to move. It can also be used to zip away or towards enemies. Outside of combat, it is used to get to other platforms. Since there is no jump button, it can be wrapped around certain objects to solve puzzles and get to new areas. There are other smaller mechanics in the game, some only used once and others only a few times, like the motorcycle combat, which I found fun, in which there was a few more use cases for it. There's a big spoiler mechanic that is unlocked near the end of the game, and I will not go into detail about it, but it is the most anime thing ever, and that is all I'm going to say. This game is not perfect. There are a few issues I have with this game. The biggest I have is the chain jumping mechanic. It's kind of clunky and has gotten me almost killed way too many times in the game. It looks like you should make it fine, but then you hit a wall or the Legion moves you back enough just to push you off the platform. It's really frustrating to feel like the game is screwing you over instead of how I am playing the game. Then there's one time I went from one area to another and the level did not load the geometry and I was just stuck in a perpetual falling animation and voiding out only to fall again until I closed the game out and started up again. Luckily I only lost about 2 minutes of gameplay, so it wasn't a big deal, but I hope that it never happens again. Astral Chain is one heck of a ride. The game throws you right into the action and does not really stop for long before you're back into the action doing something cool. There are a lot of things to see and do in this game, even with it not being open world. The characters are all very fleshed out and will have you liking or hating them by the end of the game. Overall, Astral Chain is a fantastic game with some minor issues. I enjoyed every second I spent playing it and will be going through it some more in the near future. It is also on my list of possible game of the year. I highly recommend this game. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you will not be disappointed. While playing Astral Chain, I finished the main story on the casual setting. I died 0 times but came close a few times, especially when the chain jump would not work the way it looked like it would. Took way too many photos using the photo mode, and I want Akira to be playable in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you valuing my opinion of this game. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more. Hit that like button, it helps out the channel. Share this video with your friends, family, and even your pets. Let me know what you think about Astral Chain in the comments below. I'm already late for my next review. See you then.